House Speaker Kevin McCarthy's decision to release footage of the January 6th attack and the way that footage is being portrayed is not sitting well with those who experienced the attack. McCarthy gave more than 40,000 hours of footage captured by Capitol Police cameras exclusively to Fox News host Tucker Carlson, who characterized the day as mostly peaceful, a take which was quickly denounced by lawmakers.
I don't take any part in whitewashing January 6th. It wasn't a stroll through the Capitol. It was an attack on our Capitol. The people involved in violence should go to jail.
Any effort by a news organization to try and portray what happened here as anything other than a violent, disgusting attack on our nation's symbol of democracy is outrageous.
During the 2020 campaign, Carlson entertained audiences of more than 4.3 million people, but hid from them his honest feelings about Donald Trump and the claims that the election was stolen. He wasn't the only one. Texts and emails released as part of a defamation lawsuit by Dominion Voting Systems show many in power at Fox were privately deeply skeptical about the fraud claims, though the opposite impression was conveyed on the air. Fox Corporation Chairman Rupert Murdoch said in a deposition, despite on-air reports by anchors, he never saw evidence that the election was stolen. CBS News congressional correspondent Nikole Killion joins me now. Nikole, in terms of Kevin McCarthy handing over this footage, how much of the criticism recently has been about Tucker Carlson, to whom he handed over the footage and his characterization of January 6th, and how much of this criticism is actually aimed directly at the speaker for doing so?
Well, it's a kind of a bit of both, but it's not necessarily one and the same. I mean, there is certainly some palpable outrage on Capitol Hill about the way that Tucker Carlson characterized January 6th, describing it as mostly peaceful, saying that these protesters or rioters were meek and revered the Capitol. Well, for those who were at the Capitol that day, whether they were lawmakers, police officers, many of them see it differently. You played that clip from Lindsey Graham saying that it shouldn't be whitewashed. Mitt Romney was equally critical when asked by reporters about it again today. So there is some dispute with the way that Tucker Carlson characterized this, both by Republicans and by Democrats. In terms of Speaker McCarthy, he continues to say that this is all about transparency and letting people make up their mind, that he doesn't regret sharing this footage with Tucker Carlson. And I would say notably, at least for now, Republicans appear to be holding their fire by not saying whether McCarthy made a mistake by releasing this footage.
Nikole, is there any I know the speaker has mentioned that he wants to do this for transparency, although other Republicans are saying, well, then he should release all the footage to everyone and not just to Tucker Carlson. But is there any thinking about the political motivation behind what the speaker was doing, why he thought it was a good idea to bring this back into the center of the conversation?
Well, what he has argued is that he feels the January 6th Select Committee leaked a lot of information, which Chairman Benny Thompson, who I spoke to earlier this week, denies. But, his point is, well, news outlets get exclusive, so I'm just giving an exclusive to Tucker Carlson. But that being said, I mean, the political implications of this on a broader scale is it almost appears to a certain extent to be tit for tat. You may recall, John, there was a lot of acrimony over the creation of the January 6th Select Committee under Speaker Nancy Pelosi. And, of course, when McCarthy and Pelosi didn't see eye to eye on who should be on that panel, Pelosi kind of got the upper hand in selecting those members. Well, of course, now that the tables are turned, we're learning that Republicans may now investigate the January 6th Select Committee and potentially some of its members. And so, we'll have to see where all of this goes. But, in talking again to Benny Thompson, he told me that he stands by the work that the committee did and, is not really concerned in any way, more so concerned again about that portrayal of January 6th on Carlson's show.
All right, Nikole Killion in Washington. Thank you so much, Nikole.
You bet.